Today we're asking, what's your favorite game from today compared to 10 years ago? And what are the aesthetics of each game that kind of kept your interest, or the colors, the background, and kind of the music that kind of kept your interest?
Alright, so for my favorite game of 10 years ago is a game called Team Buddies for the PlayStation 1, and it was a top-down shooter where you play against other players and stuff like that. Each person has their own color. The game was extremely racist for some reason. But they fixed that in the American version. I guess aesthetically, what I liked, music, it had dubstep in it for some reason. So yeah, they had like drum and bass, dubstep, techno, trance. It was all weird because the music didn't match the areas at all.
So compared to then, what's your favorite game of all time now, and what does that do right in your eyes?
I guess now it's probably Heroes of the Storm, which is a stark contrast between Team Buddies. Compared to Team Buddies, this one does have a lot of textures and stuff, but it isn't too much. Musically, they remixed StarCraft's music for their StarCraft maps.
What is your favorite game of all time now compared to 10 years ago, and what do you think is probably the thing that best kept your interest? Colors, background, music, design?
So from 10 years ago, I'd have to say Halo 3. The core music behind it, it's a really nice choir no matter what mission you're on. It's always it's fluent when you're playing. It feels like you're actually there. It amps you up, it gets you going, makes you want to keep playing the game, progressing.
Is there anything color-wise or background-wise you liked?
Color-wise, you're in a war. It fits the game, but it looks pretty cool as well.
Okay, so what would you say your favorite game of all time is now?
Right now, I'd have to say League of Legends.
Any particular things you like about that, color-wise, background, music?
Art style is very nice. The music, it's there. It's in the back, but it's still nice. When they have events and everything, they have special music for each set of skins and stuff. It's very nice.
All right, Andrew. So today we're going to ask you, what is your favorite game of all time now compared to 10 years ago? What do you think that would be?
Currently, I'd have to say my favorite video game would be Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
All right. So with that, what kind of dove you into the game aesthetic-wise? Like visuals, background, music, anything kind of pique your interest?
I really like the art style of it, just comparatively to the other Call of Duties, and then a big part of why I like it so much is the social aspect.
Okay. Is there any other main reasons that you kind of really love this above all other games, or?
Well, I was always a fan of the Black Ops series. I really liked the first one, so when the second one came out, it was just that much better.
Okay, Truman, so today we're going to be going over what your favorite game of all time is from today compared to 10 years ago. What would that be?
Silent Hill 3.
Has that changed since?
No.
Okay, so is there anything you can tell me that's aesthetically pleasing, musically pleasing, color pleasing that just kind of drew you into the game?
The music's very eerie and it has really good guitar sounds in it. And that's my favorite instrument, so I like listening to the music in it. And the environment around it's very decrepit and stuff, and it changes all the time, and it makes it very unsettling. And none of the monsters look the same, and you really don't see anything like that.
Any kind of color thing that you really love specifically about the game, or?
Yeah, you can kind of tell the first 3 games apart by the color patterns they got. So the first one's kind of done more in black and white, and then the second one's more gray, and the third one's red. I like how the main character in this one has a personality, because the protagonists in all the other games, they're kind of interchangeable. They don't really have a personality.
And that's where I started.
You're answering on your favorite game compared to now from 10 years ago, and the aesthetics and music.
This was one of them. I also played a ton of Zelda and Final Fantasy and stuff. All those titles, all good classics in my opinion. Really good games. You hit a couple buttons, you get in, they tell a story, you press more buttons, you live out all your wildest fantasies of being assigned a task and then completing said task. And what else?
Just the overall background colors, what drew you into the game?
Dragon, skateboarding. Nowadays, you still have games like that. They look really nice, but they're not worth playing because they are completely boring. It's like the developers of these games, they're like, let's increase our games by 3 times our normal value, but put maybe a 19th of the work into it.
They're making a pizza and there's no cheese on there, but now they want to go ahead and add mushrooms, and then they're bringing in on spinach on there, and then you just have this abomination cost $60.
And that's what I think of your question.
Please do that.
Go. Three, go.